How can I completely change my life by changing my habits? Our generation is so messed up. The future of this world is addicted either to video games, social media, or porn. Unfortunately, some to all three. As a result, mental health problems, lack of motivation, extreme levels of anxiety. Numbers don't lie. Cases of depression are rising every year. Steroid, drugs, breast implants, OnlyFans, fake standards of beauty, exaggerated muscles. Oh man. And nature is thrown out of the window. Men lack masculinity, cheap sources of dopamine, endless scrolling, anxiety, depression, and the list goes on. A desire to build a connected world is responsible for building unconnected people, a generation of people lacking purpose and mental clarity. So how do we handle this problem? The solution is to step out of victim mentality and take responsibility of controlling your own life, that is, your habits. There are people living in same world as we are, but they don't let cheap sources of dopamine destroy them. They have learned to master their habits. Most importantly, they know how to live a balanced life of satisfaction without feeling left out. They are not monks, but they know how to achieve that level of consciousness while living in real world. So this is one of the most important episode of this self-improvement series based on how to break bad habits and build good ones. Hey everyone, my name is Rubal, and since a long time I've been trying to build the habit of waking up early, and by long time I mean previous life, but couldn't succeed because of me using screens late at night, sometimes being a workaholic and sometimes being completely opposite and binge watching my phone until late at night. So there are two challenges in front of me. First, break the bad habit of using screens late at night, and second, build the good habit of waking up early. So I hope this will give you some insights on both how to break bad habits and how to build good ones. Accountable partner is someone who is either interested in building same habit as you are, or someone you can rely on, like someone who can help you in building a new habit. So the solution I came up was that I said to my mother to set a screen down time for 9 p.m. on my phone, and it doesn't matter even if I cry or start rolling on floor like a kid. I asked her not to unlock the screen time in any condition, and surprisingly, it worked very well. Actually, I had this habit of waking up early when I was in my school, but when I went to my hostel, because of the hostel environment, I started staying up late at night. Therefore, I destroyed my good habit of waking up early. Always remember that motivation is overrated. Environment often matters more. And to control your environment, design systems that work in your favor. Our devices, cell phones, are designed to keep us addicted because they control our environment. Let me quote a few lines from the book Atomic Habits. Look around. Society is filled with highly engineered versions of reality. Stores feature mannequins with exaggerated hips and breasts to sell clothes. Social media delivers more likes and praise in a few minutes than we could ever get in the office or at home. Online porn splices together stimulating scenes at a rate that would be impossible to replicate in real life. They exaggerate features that are naturally attractive to us, and our instincts go wild as a result, driving us into excessive shopping habits, social media habits, porn habits, eating habits, and many others. So from this, we get a basic idea that if we want to build a new habit, then we need to focus on three key components. First, make it attractive. Second, make it satisfying. And third, make it easy to cultivate. On the other hand, if we want to break a bad habit, then we need to make it unattractive, boring, and less satisfying. For example, you might have already heard this a million times. If your goal is to read every day, then your goal should be to sit every day and just read one paragraph. paragraph. You can read more than that, and most likely you are going to do that because the biggest resistance is in getting started. Once you start doing something, the natural desire is wanting to do more and more. It sounds so cliche, but this is the most effective method. Similarly, if you want to build the habit of exercising, then keep out your running shoes near your bed the night before. And your goal is just to go for a walk, not any vigorous exercise. Again cliche, but extremely useful. Start small and then expand. For example, in my case, waking up early is naturally pleasing to me because I feel extremely productive in the mornings. I get a lot of work done and it gives me a good feeling that I'm running my life the way I want to, which is a great feeling to have. I used to set a timer on air conditioner, so the air conditioner gets turned off 1 hour before I need to wake up, and therefore slowly room temperature rises up and I naturally start entering into the state of wakefulness. Similarly, I use a sleep tracking app which doesn't wake me up like an apocalypse has occurred. It tracks my sleep and then wakes me up gently when I am most awake naturally. For example, if I want to wake up at 5:30 am, then alarm will not go exactly at 5:30 am. It will go somewhere in between 5 am and 5:30 am. Although I'm not going to use it forever, because once I build the habit of waking up consistently at same time every day, then I will stop using this app because I want to keep all the devices far away from my bedroom, even if they are at airplane mode. So it's around 5:30 am. I feel so unrested right now because day before yesterday I went to bed around 1 am and last night I went to bed around 2 am. But I still woke up at 5:30 am. There's a poster of Elon Musk which has a quote written on it: "If something is important enough, then you do it even if the odds are not in your favor." This is very important. How strong is your desire for change will determine whether change will occur or not. Why you want to build a particular habit, how will it affect your life, what type of person you want to become, what identity you want to create for yourself. Knowing this is very important, and once you know it, you should write it down. Because definitely there will be times when you will feel like you should quit. At that time you have to remind why you started at first place. Don't break the streak. It's a common line in self-improvement world. Making habit trackers is not essential, although they look aesthetically pleasing. No, seriously, but habit trackers are very useful, especially on the days when you don't feel like doing it. If you see progress on your habit tracker, then on the days when you don't feel like doing it, you will get some inspiration that you have already invested so much time and effort. You shouldn't waste it. You are able to track your growth with the help of habit trackers, and in fact, seeing progress is also a source of motivation. I encourage you to never break the streak, but somehow if it happens, then get back on track immediately the next day. I have successfully integrated the habit of waking up early, and the most important area to focus on while building a new habit is consistency. And in case of habits, it is more important than intensity. If you do something for, let's say, 6 hours once in a year, then that is not your habit. But if you do something even just for 2 minutes every day, then that is your habit. And remember, all change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. Now I want to talk about something very important which is often missed by a lot of people. I believe that human potential is truly limitless, and whatever you can believe, you can achieve. But the point here is whether it is worth achieving or not. For example, you might have heard about chronotypes, the genetic factor which helps to decide by nature whether you will be a morning person, night owl, or somewhere in between. Now suppose you are a wolf chronotype, that is, genetically you you are more productive in evenings, then is it worth waking up at 5 a.m. every day? Since my childhood, I have mostly been a lion chronotype, and I love to be lion chronotype, king of jungle, ready to hunt before everyone else is sleeping. So it is worth it for me. But it is also true that our chronotypes might change over time. About building good habits, I want to say that it is a continuous process of self-improvement. Once you build a good habit, then you work on deepening the practice, building another good habit. That's how you build a great lifestyle. Also, changing one habit means influencing a lot of other habits. All these things influence each other, but it's up to you what areas you want to work on, what habits are important to you. For now, that's it. Next episode is about this thing. It's about social media, porn, and masculinity. See you in next episode. Be the best version of yourself. Live a great life. Peace.